Imagine the world outside has completely vanished, leaving only the warm glow of embers dancing in a cast-iron stove. The heavy wooden door clicks shut, sealing away the biting winter wind and the noise of a demanding day. Here, time does not march forward. It pools around your feet like melted snow, thick and silent. You are no longer responsible for emails, deadlines, or expectations that hang heavy on your shoulders. Instead, you are simply a witness to the slow, hypnotic rhythm of dying firelight painting shadows on rough-hewn logs. Why do we crave this primitive darkness so deeply in an age of endless electric illumination? Because the flickering flame offers a rhythm that mimics the human heartbeat, slowing our pulse down to match its gentle cadence. There is a profound safety in returning to elemental warmth, where the only threat is the cold you have left behind. Tonight, we will explore how this ancient sanctuary rewires your nervous system, turning anxiety into stillness. But first, notice how the scent of pine resin begins to fill your lungs, grounding you in the present. The air inside feels thick, not with humidity, but with the weight of settled dust and old memories stored in the timber walls. Each beam has absorbed decades of quiet conversations, laughter shared over hot tea, and tears wiped away by firelight. You run your hand along the rough surface of a chair arm, feeling the grooves carved by time rather than tools. This texture connects you to generations who found solace in the same simple act of watching wood turn to ash. Outside, the wind picks up, a low moan against the glass panes that only serves to highlight the impenetrable silence within. This contrast is vital. Without the threat of the storm, the sanctuary would lose its power to protect and heal. You pull the wool blanket higher, feeling the coarse fibers scratch softly against your neck, a tactile reminder that you are real and present. The darkness beyond the window is absolute, a velvet curtain that hides the world until morning. Listen closely to the sound of the fire. It is not just heat, but a voice speaking in a language older than words. The crackle is a sudden laugh, the hiss of sap boiling away a sigh, and the pop of splitting wood a sharp reminder of transformation. These sounds are irregular yet predictable, creating a white noise that drowns out the chaotic chatter of your own mind. You find yourself syncing your breathing to these random bursts of energy, letting them guide you deeper into relaxation. There is a specific moment when the fire dies down to pure coals, revealing a landscape of molten gold beneath layers of grey ash. This is the secret stage of the fire, where intensity becomes potential energy, waiting for oxygen to reignite or simply fading into memory. We often rush past this phase, seeking only the bright flames, but the true comfort lies in this gentle, residual warmth. It teaches us that rest is not emptiness, but a different kind of fullness. Your eyelids grow heavy, weighed down by the rhythmic pulsing of light on the ceiling beams. The shadows stretch and contract like slow breaths, expanding into the corners of the room before retreating back to the hearth. You notice a spiderweb in the far corner, glistening with dew, undisturbed by the stillness that has taken hold of the entire space. Everything here is suspended in amber time, waiting for you to let go of the need to control the next moment. Think about the last time you allowed yourself to be bored without reaching for a screen or a book. Boredom is not an enemy, but a gateway to the subconscious mind that has been starved of quiet attention. In this cabin, boredom transforms into meditation, allowing your thoughts to drift like smoke rings until they dissolve into nothingness. You begin to realize how much energy was wasted on worrying about things that have already passed or have yet to come. The scent of wood smoke begins to fade, replaced by the faint, sweet aroma of dried lavender hanging from a hook near the door. This subtle olfactory shift signals your body that it is safe to let down its final guard, the one you hold up even in sleep. Your muscles unclench, starting from your toes and moving upward, releasing the tension stored in your jaw and shoulders. You are becoming part of the cabin, just another element of wood, stone, and quiet warmth. A single log shifts, sending a shower of sparks that rise like tiny stars before vanishing into the dark chimney. This fleeting beauty reminds you that moments are precious precisely because they cannot be held or kept. You watch them go without regret, understanding that letting go is the only way to make room for new warmth and new light. The fire does not hold onto its fuel, it releases it, transforming matter into energy and memory. Your thoughts begin to fragment, losing their logical structure as the firelight paints surreal patterns on your mind's eye. You might see faces in the shadows or hear whispers in the crackling wood, but you know these are merely projections of a tired brain seeking rest. Do not fight them. Instead, let them wash over you like water flowing around a smooth stone in a riverbed. The clarity of day has no place here, only the gentle confusion of twilight. The temperature in the room drops slightly as the fire settles into its final embers, but you feel no chill. Your body has learned to generate its own heat, conserving energy for deep restorative sleep rather than fighting the cold. This internal warmth is a sign of true safety, knowing that you are self-sufficient and protected within these walls. You drift further away from the physical sensation of your limbs, feeling weightless and untethered. Remember that open loop we placed earlier about the fire's secret stage. It is not just about residual heat, but about the memory of the flame itself. The coals hold the history of every log burned, every story told, and every tear dried in their glow. This accumulated warmth is what you are absorbing now, a collective comfort that transcends your individual experience. You are sharing this space with all who have ever sought refuge here. The silence is no longer empty, it is full of the subtle sounds of the house settling around you. The wood contracts with the cooling air, making soft creaks that sound like distant thunder or gentle footsteps. These noises are not disturbances, but lullabies composed by the structure itself to guide you into deeper slumber. You realize that the cabin is alive in its own way, breathing and shifting with the rhythm of the night. You feel a profound sense of gratitude for this simple vessel of wood and stone that shields you from the vast unknown. It is humbling to recognize how fragile our modern comforts are compared to the enduring power of fire and shelter. This humility brings a lightness to your spirit, freeing you from the need to prove yourself or achieve anything more than rest. You are enough, simply by being here, breathing in the quiet. The boundary between your consciousness and the surrounding darkness begins to blur, creating a seamless transition into dreams. You are no longer observing the fire, you are becoming the smoke, rising slowly and effortlessly into the chimney's dark throat. There is no fear in this ascent, only a gentle surrender to the natural cycle of energy and release. Your mind wanders freely, unbound by logic or time. Just as you are about to disappear entirely, a final spark catches on a dry twig, flaring up with brief, surprising brightness. This last burst of light is the universe's way of saying goodbye, a gentle acknowledgement of your presence before you slip away. It is a reminder that even in the deepest rest, there is always a small ember of awareness waiting to wake you. But for now, let that spark fade into memory. The room is now almost entirely dark, save for the faint blue-grey light filtering through the frosted window from the moon. This lunar glow is cold but beautiful, contrasting with the residual warmth still radiating from the hearth stones. You feel balanced between these two forces, the cool intellect of the night and the warm heart of the fire. Harmony has been restored, not through effort but through surrender. Your breathing is now so slow and shallow that it barely disturbs the air around you. You are a statue of peace in this ancient room, preserved in the amber of quietude. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go, and no one left to be but yourself in your most essential form. The world outside continues its frantic spin, but here time has stopped, offering you an infinite gift of stillness. As the final embers fade to black, you carry this silence within you, a seed planted deep in your subconscious mind. When you wake, the world will rush back in, but you will remember this cabin, this fire, and this absolute freedom from demand. Let that memory be your anchor whenever the noise becomes too loud, pulling you back to this center of calm. Sleep now, wrapped in the warmth of a story that ends only when you choose to wake.